When people try to build a budget home gym, they make three horrendous mistakes. So today, I'm helping you avoid those mistakes as we build a $1,500 budget home gym. The No Fake channel? Checking in. Jonathan here, and it's Cyber Monday, and there is no better time to build a budget home gym other than today. Before I screw up this entire home gym budget build on Cyber Monday, comment down below what you would pick with $1,500. What sacrifices would you make, and what things would you absolutely hit that buy it now button? The first, biggest, and frankly, worst mistake that so many people make when starting out their budget home gym is that they don't know what type of training they're going to do, and they have no program to follow. So they go out and buy some random pieces of equipment and ultimately are very confused and overwhelmed on how to actually train with it. So before we even dive into the Cyber Monday sales, we need to determine which type of training program we are going to try to look for, find, and execute before we even pick up equipment number one. You are on a budget. I'm going to guess you want to get big and you want to get strong. And there's tons of free, amazing online programs that you can choose from. However, in today's day and age, we don't want to have a piece of paper. We don't want to have to go to our Excel on our computer. We want everything in the palm of our hand. So we are going to go to Boost Camp. Now, Boost Camp version 2 is a great, fantastic, free program that you can download, and unlike a lot of other fitness apps, you don't have to just download it and then all of a sudden they upcharge you, or you can't actually do anything once you download it. This is almost entirely open for you to use without having to shell out any money. One of the best tried and true, and frankly easiest to do with limited equipment, is Jim Wendler's 5-3-1. There's a lot of different iterations out there, both online and in Boost Camp. We're gonna go 5-3-1, boring but big. And frankly, the beauty of this program is that it ultimately works and you don't need a lot of equipment whatsoever. And when you've got a budget home gym build, this thing is going to be right in line with both your goals for getting big and strong, but also your goals for not having copious amounts of home gym equipment that you really just can't afford. This program revolves around very few key exercises: the overhead press, the bench press, the squat, the deadlift. And we are going to have to make a substitution because I'll tell you right now, we're not going to be able to afford a lat pull down, but we can easily afford a pull-up bar. I fully recognize that, quite frankly, $1,500 doesn't seem like a budget home gym build price tag, but the inflation of 2022 and 2023 has made it harder than ever to buy budget home gym equipment unless you grab it off of Facebook Marketplace. While $1,500 is probably more than you wanted to spend, it should leave you making very few, if any, exercise compromises with your program. The second biggest mistake that, listen, we all make is that we want it all for our home gym, and we want it now. But because we're on a budget, we can't get the good stuff. So we ultimately go the cheapest of the cheap for everything. This leaves us with a whole bunch of hoard equipment that we will ultimately want to upgrade sooner rather than later and at a steep loss. Before you even get started, you want to figure out where you're gonna go cheapest of the cheap and where you're gonna spend the extra money to get something that will last you for quite a while. Forever. The good news is when it comes to a squat rack or a squat stand, there's tons of budget options, especially on Cyber Monday. However, you really can't go premium on this regardless because frankly, it'll chew up too much of your budget. We could get a nicer iteration of a squat rack. Unfortunately, that's ultimately going to cost us too much money. And I think what happens with a lot of people is that they want to go in the middle. They want to thread the needle and they spend a little bit more on everything and ultimately don't have any money left over to get any premium purchases. So this is the cheapest of the cheap. I'm telling you, it's not pretty. It's not going to be something sexy. It's not going to be anything you're going to want to write home about. However, it'll get the job done. It will get the job done until you can upgrade it. Now, it does come with a pull-up bar, which is great, which is something that we know we need. It also comes with weight storage, and it comes with the ability to use bands, which is something you may want to do down the road with your training. Now, one thing we are definitely going to spend some money on, because this is a limited release and they finally put it back in stock, is the Moby Power Bar. This is going to allow you to bench, squat, and deadlift for only $250. Keep in mind, most Cerakote power bars are coming in well over $300. I have this one in my home. It's fantastic. I've had it for like 6 months now, I think. Sleeves are holding up well. The Cerakote with the white on here holds up very, very well. End caps look great. Handles great. Nice, aggressive knurling. It's everything you could want in a power bar. And at $250, you are spending a bit more money than you need to get a power bar. However, this is one that you're going to want to keep around for quite some time. Time out. We need to take a small break from all of this Cyber Monday savings so that I can say thank you. Now, I don't have a Patreon account. I'm not selling you any merch or any type of bogus programming. All I do is ask that you use those affiliate links, which are in the description of today's video. When you use those links, they keep me plush in energy drinks and help support future content. But rest assured, you scratch my back, I'm gonna scratch yours. When you use those links, let me know so that I can send you a small token of my appreciation for free. It's Cyber Monday, and when it comes to an adjustable bench, you could probably buy one right now off of Amazon for like 75 bucks, right? But it's gonna stink. You're gonna have to make the sign of the cross every time you go to use it because you're taking your life into your own hands. We're gonna spend the extra money, get something premium.
Pay that man his money.
GetRx has a great sale, $100 off their FID AB 2.0 adjustable bench. You can get it in different colors. I've reviewed this in a previous video. It's downright fantastic. Sturdy as all get out, has vertical storage, and frankly, it's beefy, it's long, and even though it has a gap, you don't have to mind the gap when you bench because that back pad is so long your entire body can fit on it and avoid the gap altogether. And as far as upgrading, if you want down the road, you can get a leg roller attachment, and that'll allow you to do decline, bench press, decline sit-ups, and Nordic curls. Now, when it comes to plates, that's really where the rubber meets the road because so many of us are very strong and getting a lot of plates adds up very quickly. Now, it's Cyber Monday and there's some fantastic deals, and of course they are going quickly. Initially, I was gonna go over to Walmart and get these everyday essentials, but they did have a great deal going on. Unfortunately, sold out before I made the video. So we're over here on Amazon. Now we could go metal. And honestly, if you went budget metal with like Cap or whatever other Walmart generic brand has, you might be able to get slightly a better deal. However, you don't have any horse stall mats because you don't have the money to buy them. So you don't want to destroy your floor and you're better off with bumper plates. Unfortunately, they don't have the big set on sale, but they do have the 160-pound set for $1 per serving. This will help protect your flooring. It'll be a bit more quiet. And we're gonna buy 2 of these sets, okay? So not just 1, but 2. That'll give us 320 pounds. And for most of us, that's gonna be more than we can deadlift, or very much at the cusp of where we can deadlift. And then for those of you that are strong, this will be a good starting point, and you can always add more weight as it goes. Now, what's the problem with these? Why are they so cheap? Is because of their thickness. You can see that the 45-pound is over 3 inches. That makes them a bit more cumbersome. It makes them a bit more difficult to pick up and to use, but weight is weight. They're gonna get the job done. Now, we're obviously going cheap on these things, but guess what? They're gonna work just as well as calibrated, sophisticated Rogue plates, and they're gonna cost you a fraction of the price. Jim Wendler's 531 Boring But Big doesn't have any dumbbells, but let's face it, in 3 or 4 months, you're probably gonna pivot away from this program and you're gonna need to have enough equipment in order to select your next program to train with. So we are gonna try to pick up some dumbbells, but as you know, dumbbells are expensive. Now, to save money, if you were, instead of buying a whole set, you could go with interchangeable dumbbells, but you don't have the money for that either. So we are gonna go with these cheapest of the cheap Cap barbell adjustable dumbbells weight set. I actually had a pair of these when I was 15 years old, and I had a home gym way back then. And while many of you don't think that 2 50-pound dumbbells and all of the iterations beneath that is heavy enough, if you think about it, 50-pound dumbbells is quite heavy for a number of arm and shoulder exercises, and it's just something nice to have to be able to throw in there. Now, we literally could stop right now and you would have more equipment than you really need in order to complete Jim Wendler's 531 Boring But Big program and get all of the size and the gains that you possibly could handle. But we're gonna go a step further. We're gonna spend up to our limit, and we are gonna get a few extra items in order to give us just some nice versatility again when we ultimately decide to pivot into another workout program. We're bringing the band back together. That's right, we're getting bands. And as we mentioned, your squat rack has the ability to add bands. So we're actually going to get not one, but two sets of these. Now, most of these bands are all made in the same factory. The way we're going to save some money, not only is it Cyber Monday, but we're going to get all black ones. So it's going to be a little bit confusing. You're actually going to have to do some reading as to what resistance each one of these has. But overall, $25 for all 5 of these is a fantastic deal. Now, we love the pull-up exercise, and it's probably going to be a staple in our 5-3-1 programming, but it's always nice to change that hand position up. And we are going to get these Lara Star pull-up handle grips, only $15, which is a ridiculous price, free shipping. Add them to the list. It'll allow us to do different variations of pull-ups, and we can use these on other exercises as well. Now, one thing that people love and is written into a lot of strength and mass building programs are dips. And unfortunately, our power rack did not come with dip handles, so we are going to pick these up. It will fit our 2x2 tubing, and this is going to fit ideal. So we're going to just grab these generic handles. And again, we're probably going to have to add some tape on them so we can give them some grip. They're not going to be perfect, but they will get the job done. Cardio, something we don't like to think about. And obviously, we don't have enough money to afford any type of cardio equipment, but we get money to afford a jump rope. This WOD Nation, no affiliation, has a great jump rope at $18. I've got one in red, and I love it. Now, as far as jumping rope, yeah, man, cardio is the bee's knees. It is a great way to burn calories, loosen up, warm up for your workouts, and overall train your heart. The third mistake we all make when it comes to building out a home gym is, frankly, we have no long-term plan. We get a little bit of money in our pocket, it's burning a hole, and the next big sale that comes across our Instagram feed, we snap at. And that's a huge mistake. You want to have some long-term thinking and really sniper the pieces of equipment that you need to get. So we've got more money to spend. Believe it or not, we have not spent up to our $1,500 price point. However, we're going to stop there. We're going to put that money in our pocket. We're not going to just send it out into the world. Most people will spend up to their limit, and then when the next crazy sale comes along or a Facebook Marketplace deal opens up, they are flat broke. So we're going to put that money in our pocket, and that's going to be the beginning, the nest egg of our future upgrade or future purchases to expand our home gym. For me, for you, hey, for us, for the home gym Cyber Monday budget build that we just put together, we know 2 things. The barbell and the adjustable bench, solid. What I would do in terms of adding versatility to your home gym, as well as aligning with your programming, is for $400 or less, look for an open trap bar. Keep in mind, you're probably going to find some great deals on Facebook Marketplace. And if not, you can always, when you have the money, buy it brand new when a company that you like throws that massive sale and pick up the one you want. Now let's talk about upgrading our Cyber Monday home gym build. And the big mistake that a lot of us make is we take something that's budget and we try to upgrade it, but only incrementally. No. When you make an upgrade, you want it to be a massive X factor, like 10X, 20X of improvement. You want to make sure that, frankly, when you upgrade that piece of equipment, you're going to your forever piece of equipment that's going to stay in your home gym forever. Now, for me, I would try to save up as much money as you can and upgrade that $169 power rack when you've got enough money to buy your forever power rack. And again, when you buy that future power rack, make sure you are looking into the future and buying a power rack that has a lot of potential attachments that you could eventually, if you decided, even upgrade further from there. The YouTube AI has been working overtime to suggest this video. It knows you so well. And if you made it this far in the video, you and I are like B.A. Baracus. We are like the Cookie Monster and cookies. We're best friends, shake and bake. Thanks for making it all the way to the end. And as usual, don't save anything for the trip back.